Okay. I got 3 today. This is our 3rd day of doing drawing tutorials. I got Rosie, Marvin the Martian, and Roger Rabbit. Rosie from the Jetsons. Again, I'm just going to get started here. I always start with a new layer. And I go to sketching. If you're following along, just a piece of paper and a light pencil. I might want to go to black. Okay. So from here, she's fairly easy just for the, again, we're just doing the head sculpt here. I need a sketch. I need sketching. Okay, technical pen. For Rosie, you can actually start with a circle if you want. That's just going to be her side area. Then you can branch. This doesn't mean that she's going to be this actual size. I'm just, when I start sketching, all I do is just make sure I put a lot of light lines on a piece of paper, like so. Again, she doesn't have a nose because she's a robot. So I'm just going to do something like this just to give us kind of where the nose might be. And again, when I'm drawing, I'm just looking at shapes. So for her, kind of right in this area, this is where you're going to have like a curved line. And that's going to be her mouth. Again, if you guys miss any of this, go to my YouTube where I will have the replay of this up. My YouTube is jaydrawsdisney, so that's a quick way to get to it. Just go to YouTube and type in the name of this channel. Again, her mouth is kind of like a square. So, or curved square. Kind of like something like this. So you just have curves on the side where her mouth would be opening. Or kind of like a window, if that makes sense. Thanks for the likes, guys. Hope you are well on this Sunday. And then we're just going to, sort of this top half, you're going to have a line like that. Sort of like an open window. And then down here, you're going to have another. And that might be a little, something like that. And then, I gotta get this back to black. Right in this, you'll have a little line as well. And then you can go ahead and fill all this in. Whenever I'm sketching, I just do something like that real quick. Again, we're just doing sketches today, 3 sketches. I'm starting with Rosie the Robot from the Jetsons. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Again, more likes help us be seen by more people. I am jaydrawsdisney on Instagram and also on YouTube, Facebook, all social media platforms. And I'm just here to teach you how to draw these cartoon characters. Again, kind of in this area, it's a little diagonal up. Her eyes, you'll start with a circle. And then you'll have like a curve coming off of that circle. And you can start filling that in as you get that curve, because that would be black, and she has, I guess this would be like an eyelash here. fill all this in too. And there's her one eye. If you're following along like on a Procreate or something, you could put that on a new layer and then you wouldn't have to draw that second eye because that eye would be over here. People often wonder, like, how do I know the distance? It's just a lot of measuring with my eyes, but I always like look at the correlation between different features. So maybe right here is where you have that other eye. And again, it's just like chipping away at something or like a puzzle piece when you're drawing. It doesn't, you're going to get to that finished product, so don't get anxious. I think that's with learning anything, to be honest. It's going to take time. So there's her other eye. So again, we start with a circle, then we came out here and we curved this area. Again, that doesn't mean that the circle we're going to use is going to be that big. And that's why I do it light, because later on I can darken those areas. But it looks like right here, this line will come down more here. And again, I'm always looking at like the distance of everything when I'm drawing, because it looks like as this line comes down, sort of like that, it's very close to the eye, but there's a little bit of distance. You see that? And again, we'll have a line coming off here. Sorry, over here. Appreciate all the likes, guys. And this line comes out a little further. And then she has a circle here. This is part of her robot. Rosie the Robot. If you remember the Jetsons, some people don't. I think they did 3 seasons, and season 3 I think was in the 80s, where season 1 and 2 were in the, I want to say 50s, but I'll have to look that up. And you'll have this right here. And then you'll have these are like just curves, and as this goes up, it kind of gets just taller. Connect it over here. There's 6 of these. This is for her, I guess, call her a maid or whatever. She takes care of the Jetsons' household. And then sort of this line. Look how many likes I sent. Nice art too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the likes. So right down here, this line is kind of close to that mouth. And then this circle, it was pretty good. And then it looks like this circle came out a little close to her eye here. And that's basically her face. You can do this maid area, but I do have this circle right here that I'm going to add sort of in the middle of that. Again, I'll be putting these up on my YouTube, jaydrawsdisney, but I'm gonna start putting them up on my actual website, jaydrawsdisney.com. you'll be able to see these replays. I always get hoarse when I'm talking a lot. Again, you can turn your paper if you want. She has another little line that's sort of in the middle of this circle, and that goes all the way outside of this other circle. And she got a circle there. And that's basically the head sculpt of Rosie the Robot. And then if you want to do her little maid, whatever you call this, these are kind of like fanned out like this. And again, don't be afraid to pick up a piece of paper and just start sketching anything. It doesn't have to be anything particular. I'm just trying to show you how to draw these characters that they're kind of just shapes within shapes. Again, there's our, I'm not going to do the body of Rosie. That's just her head sculpt. Let me take a quick stand and break here, but that's our first character. Thank you, bro. Go. What's up? How's it going, guys? Okay. Let's get started with this next character. And we're doing 3. We're trying to do about 3 a day. Our next character is Marvin the Martian. Let's do a new layer here. I try to show you who we're going to sculpt, and then kind of next to it is where I will draw him. Again, I always start with some sort of shape just to get us started. So I have my circle here, and I'm going to cross this circle again. I always start with these crosses, circles and crosses. Cross it right around the middle, or where the eyes I think are going to be right there. And it seems like with his eye, or his eyes, you'll have this kind of curve down. You guys can see that. And then once it gets to the end here, that's when you're going to have that little curve down, because he's not too happy in this pose here. And then cutting in just a little bit, that's when you'll have his eye that's gonna start like this. It's just curved down. If you want to do like half circle, you can. Then putting his eye right in about here. We'll leave a little space here. I kind of do that where I leave a little white in there. And then leaving a space here, then you'll put his other eye in here. I kind of curved his eyes a little bit more than the picture we're referencing from, which is fine too. You don't have to make it just like the other one. So there's our second eye. Leave a little space here. That's where we'll put that other eye in there. These eyes are about the same in size. We'll add a little line here. This would probably be white later on because I know Marvin has, we'll put two little lines here. And then starting here, you're going to cut in like you're coming down. This face will continue, or that curve will continue, like so. And you'll have that curve coming down here too, but that will come straight out. Same on this side. You'll add a little line here, and that will curve back up. Sort of his. Yo, what's up? How's it going? I'm new here. Welcome. Tomato Head, how are you? Yeah, we're just doing some drawings of characters. If you miss any of this, I put it up on my website, jaydrawsdisney.com. I appreciate the roses, I really do. That really is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate all that. You go to jaydrawsdisney.com. This is all free. And then I also have a YouTube, jaydrawsdisney on YouTube. I'm jaydrawsdisney on basically every platform. And then this right here will start curving. So if you miss any of this, I will have the live up later on, the live replay. And that will start curving like so. And then we'll have a little square. This is a square. This is, I can't really describe what the shapes are, but I know that this is a rectangle. And then this is just a curve, two curved lines connected, curve this as well. And then for his face, this can all be shaded in. You can shade in Marvin's face here. Again, I'm on a program called Procreate, but you can follow along with a piece of paper. And then we'll do the same thing to this side. So this line will continue on, and then we'll curve that. Two curved lines connected, which will make up his mask here. And we'll have that rectangle again. Again, if you do something once, you're going to be okay out of it, but the more repetition you do on something, the better you're going to get at it. So again, things aren't going to be perfect the first time around, but that's why we practice. So again, this is going to curve and connect to that other rectangle. So curve, curve, and curving these lines as you come down. So how is this mask going to play into this? Well, this going to have a curved line going up and over. And you can turn this again, turn your paper. It's sort of easier to pull sometimes when you're drawing. So again, that's the top of this area here. And then I will come over here kind of at this point, because it's got to wrap around or look like it's wrapping around. And then it's going to start curving as I come up and over. And that's going to be like the same line. You just have to get this curve going on here. It's going to be the same line as the other one, just a little bit of a distance. So switching back to our normal view here, there's Marvin right now. And you can go ahead and kind of just go like this. I just go real light and I just make these lines, just kind of looks like a nice sketch, you know. Hi, how are you? Thanks for hanging out. SVT faux fan. Thanks for hanging out on this Sunday. I hope you guys are well. I hope you are well. Staying happy and healthy. Okay, we're going to start building. Can you draw a star butterfly? Write to me on my website, jaydrawsdisney.com, and then I'll do it on the next one, the next live we do. Right now, we're just doing these 3. Thanks for the follow. Go to my website, jaydrawsdisney.com. Send me a message and tell me. Because right now we did Rosie the Robot earlier. She's right there. And right now we're working on Marvin the Martian. So I do 3 a day. I've been doing these since, what's today? Sunday, Saturday, Friday. I think I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And all the replays are up on my YouTube, jaydrawsdisney. And then this one will be up there as well. Once I'm done, I'll upload it to YouTube and then to my website, jaydrawsdisney. And then usually send some people or do a blog post about it. Okay, so we are here. Again, we'll have this line, another line coming up, and then this line will curve along the same line of the other line that we added down here. And then we'll add a straight line coming down. It might be a little high, but you can start curving this how you want. Again, that's why we go light, in case it's too high. This was one of my favorite characters growing up. And you got some action in the new Space Jam. I think I've seen that one just kind of with the sound off. I haven't bought it or anything. Okay, we're kind of here. And then we're going to cut in just a little bit. That line's not completely perfect, but we're going to cut in just a little bit, kind of like right here. And then the same on this side. I never know how to tell you how much to cut in, but I eye everything. So for me, it's easy to kind of know how much to cut in because I've been doing this for a while. And then this is just a curve here. Like so. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. We're at about 1.1 thousand likes. Again, it does help to get us out there. Again, we're just doing free drawing tutorials for everybody. I didn't draw this one. No, this one was just online. This is the sketch that we're doing right now. Appreciate the likes. Okay, now let's put, he's got like a little, I guess this is like a broom. So we'll bring 2 lines up kind of in the middle, and then we'll curve it at the top. And then this line here, this line will cut out like kind of diagonal. This is kind of how to draw our broom. And then once we get to the top, we'll just curve it. And then we'll have another line that comes up, same here, and then we'll curve that line. And then cutting in just a little bit, we're on the same kind of diagonal line here, and we'll do that diagonal over here, and you'll just curve that. And that's the broom. Just have these little lines coming down from that to show that it's got like bristles or whatever. And there you go. There's our Marvin the Martian sketch. Bro, you are really good at drawing. I saw Captain Jack Sparrow. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks for hanging out, all of you guys, for these drawing tutorials. Again, I'm doing these completely free. I just hope that you guys will go to my YouTube, jaydrawsdisney, give me a subscription so you can see these later on. Okay, so I have one more for you guys. I'm going to do a quick stretch. So again, there's our Marvin the Martian. We did Rosie the Robot earlier. I'll put her over here for our picture later on. There's our two that we've done. I got one more for you. We're going to do Roger Rabbit in a second. Again, if you guys miss any of this, just go to my YouTube or my website. That's at the top here. Appreciate the candy or the lollipops. Again, just teaching you guys how to draw through shapes and lines and things like that. Hopefully you guys will follow along and draw your own. Let me stretch real quick. I'll be back and we're going to draw Roger Rabbit last. That's our next character, our final character we'll draw today. We did those three. We did those two already. There's Marvin. One of my favorite characters right there. All right, back with you guys. Hello. I gotta turn off screen whenever. Stop screen mirroring. And I'm gonna try to record on this end. It's like, oh, you ran out of space. Oh, thank you. We're running out of space. Okay. Let's see. It says we're recording. Okay, good. All right, here we go. We're gonna do number 3, which is Roger Rabbit. One of my favorite movies. Maybe I'll watch it after this because I really do love this movie. Okay, let's draw Roger. Now for Roger, I like to do something like this. Again, like anytime I see sort of the cheeks and stuff fanning out, I'll do something like that. And that's kind of how I'm going to start Roger. I'll draw a line like this, and then a line over here like this. Mine and my best friend, love mine you did of me. Hey, thanks for hanging out, D-Man Jr. Yes. Definitely next. I just finished one, and then I'll be working on hers next. Here we go. Roger Rabbit. So we'll start with these 3 circles. And then in the middle here is where I'm going to add a line, a curved line, kind of like Scooby-Doo we did yesterday. I'll have this kind of like diamond shaped curved on each side, kind of like that. And again, we'll have this like circle here in the middle. You can go ahead and color this in if you want. Coming off of this coming off of this line here, you'll have another line. This is where the eyes will fit in here. So cutting in just a little bit, this is when I'm going to start forming his eye here. Curving it up. And then when you get to the top here, that's when you're going to start. You fit it on this line here. Something like that. Let's curve this a little bit more. And then right in this area, that's when you're going to have a circle. He's looking off, so I kind of put that, not completely. Yeah, man. Let me see. Let's put this in here. Roger's eye. That's one eye. And then right in this area, you're going to have another little line coming up. That's going to connect to this other eye that's going to come down. I'm just trying to see how far that comes out. And then we'll put right in here. Piano music, yeah. So right in here, you'll have another one of these circles, and then inside is where I'm just filling that in. Oops, sorry. Okay, so there's the start of Roger. And then this line is sort of connecting, or the opposite of this other line here. And we'll put his eyebrows in here. And the same on this side. Just a little smaller on that side, because this is like the top of his head here. And we'll have a line that connects to the eye there. And then this is going to come back, curve it down, like so. Again, I like to work on like the top half. Again, there are probably 2 little lines here. It's just like his forehead. And then I kind of like to move back down to the bottom here. So right here, as this starts curving, that's when you're going to curve the mouth, where it's like a smile. And kind of in the middle, that's where you'll put a tooth. That's kind of distinguishes him as this character, this sort of zany character. And Disney kind of used that same one tooth with like Olaf and things like that in a modern style. Okay, so right around here, that's when you're going to start curving another little line in here. And then we'll have another little curve here. And we have to open his mouth, but this is going to start curving first, and that's going to come down all the way. But we're going to connect it right here. Sometimes I like to know where I'm going, and that will connect to that area. So coming down, curves at the bottom, and then comes up. And he doesn't have a tongue in there yet, so he looks a little odd. But all sort of Disney tongues are kind of like this, where they come down and then they connect, and then there's another little line there. There's how you draw a Disney tongue. Line down and then come back up. Again, I fill all this in just lightly because that would be colored in if we were going to color this. Okay, we can come over here. He's got 3 whiskers, so 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. And they kind of curve as they go. And then we'll do his whiskers over here, which are kind of in this spot here. So 1, and they continue on to 3. Next, we need to put the bottom lip in, which is like leave a little space and start curving this around. It's on the same kind of line you have here. And once you get to this area, that's when you're going to start forming out this cheek here. And it starts curving up, and you'll have these little, I guess this would be like his fur. And again, like I was talking about before, I like to know where I'm going, so I'll start drawing this line here, and this line will come up and start curving like so. He's probably one of the harder ones to draw because there is a lot of detail to him. You know, it takes time. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Oops, that kind of got deleted. So it's a lot of practice. Thank you, though. Again, just remember when you're drawing the cheeks, don't go out too far, because it has to come back in. And then we'll have this line coming up, and that will start drawing or start forming his ears. And this line comes all the way up, but it starts curving as it comes up, like so. And then this cuts in a little bit, and that's when I'll start curling this. That will come back down. You'll have that line like that. And then you'll have another line that's very close to that, like so right here, to form that ear. And then you got to draw this. It's like a whole bunch of triangles in there for his hair. And I kind of do something like this. Just fill that in. And then we just need to put his other ear in here, which is right around here. And then this just kind of comes up like diagonal and starts curling as it does. And we'll have that come back down here. You'll have a curl inside here, or this curvature. And the last thing to do would be to give him a bow tie. This kind of looks like this. This is a little bit closer. And then just these circles in here. Again, sketches don't have to be perfect. It's just a lot with art. It's a lot of looking at things, and I've been doing it for so long, so it's easier for me, but hopefully talking you through what I'm doing helps out a little bit. There's our 3 sketches for today. Definitely go subscribe to the YouTube, go to the website jaydrawsdisney.com, and that's where you can find my YouTube. These are our 3 that we did today. I will have this replay up there as well. I put these all on different layers, that way we can fan them out later on and show you who we drew today. Just the head sculpt of them, because it does take a while to draw bodies and things like that. This was what, 40 something minutes or so. Rosie the Robot, Roger Rabbit, and Marvin the Martian, just all head sculpts. But again, I'll put up the live replay on my website and on YouTube so people can watch this later on. But yeah, let's see how long all this kind of took. Not too bad. 54 minutes. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great Sunday. There's our 3 we did.